In this video, we're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin because yes, we broke the 23.6, which I told you is going to be a leading indicator that we could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back up to the previous all-time high and into this major resistance zone. Yes, we broke out from this downward sloping trend and we also traded this in my signal group. So guys, if you want to find out more what is going to happen with Bitcoin, but most importantly, the top altcoins that you should have in your portfolio for some major gains, because yes, we've been talking about a lot of altcoins on this channel, and in the last 24 hours, we saw this major push towards upside, and it's exactly as I told you. Yes, we're not going to get this dump because we perfectly bounced off from this golden ratio. As we also could see on the daily chart, this happened several times for the price movement of Bitcoin. Exactly within these levels, we went sideways instead of down. And a lot of people got tricked out, and we saw this major pump, and exactly here again, and we saw this major leg up, consolidation, came all the way to the 61.8, and once again we broke the 23.6, and we saw this major leg towards the upside. So it's exactly that going to happen, and which altcoin you should have in your portfolio. If you want to find out all of this, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back to B4Crypto. And yes, we're going to start on the daily chart for Bitcoin because it's clear we broke out from this downward sloping trend exactly here, and we can see that Bitcoin is starting to get a lot of pressure towards the upside, and this is ultimately extremely bullish. And I could even expect that Bitcoin is going to break the previous all-time high. And first of all, we're going to look at the price targets that we could reach if Bitcoin is going to break out from the sideways move, exactly from the swing high all the way to the swing low. And now we perfectly can see that Bitcoin needs to break the 78.6 and 88.6, where we got some major resistance exactly here. But yes, if we're going to break this range, we could expect that Bitcoin is going to see this fast move towards the upside all the way to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level, all the way at the 82,000 US dollars. So this would be our bullish case if we're going to break out from this range. But let's go first on the lower time frames for Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. Because yes, we've been talking about exactly this range. Let me just remove this Fibonacci retracement level from the daily chart, because we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement level from the swing high all the way to the swing low. And then we can perfectly see that Bitcoin broke the 61.8, and I also do expect that we could see this pump to the 78.6, or even this retracement all the way to the 61.8 to turn previous resistance from all the way down here into support exactly within these levels, and turn this major resistance box into a support zone. So ultimately guys, this looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin exactly here has formed a higher high. And we can also see that Bitcoin formed this low and also is forming higher lows. And this is extremely bullish, and this gives us the indication that the overall trend has turned around exactly here for the short term. But we could expect guys this bullish breakout towards the upside, or at least all the way up to this major resistance box round about the 72,000 US dollars. But ultimately guys, this looks extremely bullish. So let's go over to the altcoins, because yes, here we can make some major profits. If we go on the daily bubbles, we can see that IGIX, PITH, Jupiter, FTM, AR, SAY, Fetch, Solana, so this major pump towards the upside just in the last 24 hours, and that is exactly what I told you guys. Because if we go over to the total 3 market cap, we can see that exactly this is happening. We are in this major resistance box underneath the 61.8, and remember guys, the total 3 market cap are all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So ultimately, if we're going to see this major breakout guys, this means that yes, all of the altcoins are going to catch up on the price movement of Bitcoin, because the total altcoin market didn't reach its previous all-time high, but Bitcoin did. So we could expect that yes, if we're going to move sideways within this range exactly here before the Bitcoin halvening, because yes, in 27 days we're going to see the Bitcoin halvening, and we all know what happened after the previous halvening. And at all the Bitcoin halvenings, yes, we started with this parabolic run towards the upside. So ultimately guys, used to extremely early, and that's why we're going to go over to the altcoins, because here we can make some major profits if we're going to see this catch up from the total 3 market cap all the way up to the previous all-time high. So let's start with the first coin, which is going to be GRT. And yes, we talked a lot about GRT. I gave it this call exactly here on my YouTube videos round about the levels of 9 cent, and we saw this pump all the way up to the 40 cent level. But ultimately guys, you're still extremely early because we are only at the previous bull market support and resistance exactly here. So yes, we could expect this fast move towards the upside all the way to the 61.8, which would be a move of 348% from the current price movement. But we could also see this major pump towards the upside all the way to the previous high, and this is just still a conservative price movement. This would be a pump of 600% if you're going to enter exactly now. And where do you trade all of these coins? Go down in the video description below where you can sign up to all of these exchanges where you receive a major deposit bonus, and you can also trade all of these moves on a decentralized trading platform on the Solana network. And remember guys, I showed you on Friday that I opened some trade exactly in these levels. I opened Solana where we can see that I'm up already 48%, and yes, I was in the loss when I showed you these trades on my videos. So yes, you could have entered exactly there and you would have been up 48%. Or we also opened this trade on Dogecoin and we're already up 65%. And yes, I also opened a small trade on PITH where we can see we have a profit of 120%. But yes, you can also join my free group where you get all the information how to join my Signal group where I post all of my trades, and we opened this trade on Bitcoin and we are in some major profits because we opened exactly here. And yes, we can see that we are already up 70% exactly from this call where I posted this exactly in my free Telegram group. And yes, I also posted this trade on Beam. And as we can see, we are already up in some major profits of 78% exactly from this major breakout from this W formation. And we can see that our stop loss is already in profit. So this is a free trade, but ultimately I could expect this bullish move towards the upside all the way to the previous highs, because yes guys, we could expect this fast move also for PITH and all of these altcoins that we've been talking about on this channel. And that's why we're going to look at PITH, where I told you exactly in these levels that we could expect that yes, PITH is going to bounce off exactly from this previous resistance, which now turned into perfect support. And if we're going to see this move all the way up to the previous highs, this is going to be a perfect W with a major breakout towards the upside and with a potential price target being all the way at the $2 level. So this is ultimately going to be a 100% move in the immediate short term. So let's go over to the next coin, which is going to be Render. And yes, the first time I talked about Render on my YouTube channels was exactly here, exactly where we came all the way back down to this major resistance point, and I told you to buy exactly here, and we saw this major move towards the upside. Yes, exactly from this call all the way to the swing high. This was a pump of 1000%. And yes, I don't think it's going to be the end. I could expect this fast move towards the upside, even all the way up to the $100 level, because this is an extreme bullish narrative, AI, data coins and file storage. And as the name already says, Render helps to render all of these major AI projects to help with the database and also the graphics. So ultimately guys, this project has some major potential towards the upside. So let's go over to my favorite coin that you should definitely hold in your portfolio, which is going to be Solana. And yes guys, I give it this call on Solana exactly at the levels of $18, exactly within this yellow box. I told you to dollar cost average into Solana, and the second time I told you to buy exactly here. If you missed this call all the way down here, and exactly from this entry point, exactly from this yellow box all the way to the swing high, this was a pump of 160%. But ultimately guys, I could expect that Solana is going to come all the way up to the $500 level at least. Or we could even expect this fast move all the way to the $1,000 level if we're not going to see any major problems from Solana being sometimes online. And before we're going to end this video, I'm going to give you one last call on Near Protocol, because if we're going to look at Near, we can see that we are not even close to the 61.8, and we could expect this move at least all the way to the 61.8, which is an extreme conservative price target, or even all the way to the all-time high. But ultimately, if we're going to break out from the previous highs, we could expect this fast move towards the upside, because we are in price discovery mode, and we could easily see that Near comes all the way up to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level, round about the $30 level. So this would be a pump all the way from the current price movement all the way to our bull market target, all the way from exactly the price movement, this would still be a pump of 300%, and yes, we could even go higher. So ultimately guys, dollar cost average into all of these coins by using my links in the video description below, where you receive a major deposit bonus and also reduced fees. And if you want to trade on a decentralized platform, make sure to sign up to Drift, because yes, they also have a point system where you're collecting points when trading on Drift, and we'll know what points mean. Yes, we're going to see an airdrop on the Drift protocol, so yes, make use of this free money. But ultimately guys, dollar cost average into all of these coins, because this is only the beginning of this major bull run and this parabolic move towards the upside. So yes, make sure to be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and join my free Telegram group to always stay up to date, and we see each other in the next video.